Have you ever wondered what would happen if you discovered that the person with whom you share your life, dreams, and projects is getting dangerously close to someone else, right in the workplace? What would you do if one day all your certainties collapsed because of a hidden relationship consumed between desks and meetings? Before you find out, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss the next contents. Luca had always been an orderly, methodical man, in love with his routine. His life was marked by regular rhythms: waking up at Sete, breakfast with Anna and their 2 children, a kiss on the cheek to his wife before leaving the house. Work occupied most of his days, but for him it was a refuge, an orderly environment where everything had its place, just like his family life. Everything changed the day Chiara, a young and brilliant colleague, joined the team. She was different from everyone else in the company, self-confident, energetic, always ready to contribute with innovative ideas. But there was something else about her that Luca couldn't explain. Maybe it was that way she smiled, that look in her eyes that seemed to see beyond, that seemed to know secrets that he had never revealed, not even to himself. At first, it was just a slight sympathy. During meetings, Luca often found himself seeking Chiara's gaze, and she, punctually, returned it. There was a sort of electricity between them, an attraction that both tried to hide, but that grew more and more every day. According to several studies, workplace affairs are not uncommon. A study conducted by Vault Career Intelligence revealed that 58% of respondents have had an affair with a colleague at least once in their lives. The mix of spending time together, sharing daily challenges, and simply being in the same environment for long hours often leads people to bond in unexpected ways. However, these relationships can be extremely dangerous, both for your career and your personal life, as the line between work and private life becomes blurred. And Luca, without realizing it, was slipping on that dangerous slope. They started with innocent messages, exchanges that at first glance seemed completely professional. Then came the increasingly frequent coffee breaks, during which they talked about everything except work. Do you like to travel? Where are you going on vacation? Harmless questions, but which hid the desire to get to know each other more deeply. But it was during a company dinner that everything changed. It was a relaxed evening, without the pressure of work, and Luca and Chiara found themselves sitting next to each other. They talked, laughed, and after a few glasses of wine, the tension between them became palpable. Chiara touched his hand, a gesture so small but full of meaning. Luca realized in that moment that he was about to cross an invisible line. He convinced himself that it was just a passing attraction, a game without consequences. But he didn't stop there. The next day, he returned to the office with the knowledge that nothing would ever be the same again. Their gazes had become more intense, their smiles more knowing. And one evening, after working late together on a project, they found themselves alone in the office. There was no need for words. They both knew what was about to happen. That night, Luca betrayed Anna for the first time. Cheating, especially in the workplace, can be explained in part by the concept of proximity. People who spend a lot of time together tend to form stronger bonds, but it's not just about physical proximity. Psychologist Esther Perel, author of Mating in Captivity, argues that many people cheat not because they no longer love their partner, but because they're searching for a part of themselves they feel they've lost. For Luca, Chiara represented just that, an escape from monotony, a return to a desire and passion he felt he'd forgotten. Luca found himself trapped in a vicious circle. The closer he got to Chiara, the further he moved away from Anna. His clandestine relationship became increasingly risky. The excuses for coming home late, the deleted messages from the phone, the lies that piled up. However, as often happens, the house of cards was about to collapse. And you, do you know someone who has experienced a clandestine love at work? Write it in the comments below the video. Luca couldn't imagine that Anna had already begun to suspect something. After all, like many couples who have known each other for a long time, Anna could sense the changes in Luca's behavior. The sudden silences, the avoided glances, the vague answers. She always trusted him, but something was tormenting her. So one evening, while Luca was showering, Anna took out his phone. And what she found confirmed her worst fears. Deleted messages, but not enough. A few fragments remained. Phrases like, "I can't wait to see you tomorrow," or "That night was magical." There was no need for further proof. Anna knew. Many people, when they discover a betrayal, react with anger or despair. But Anna was different. After the initial pain, she decided to take revenge, but in a way that Luca would never have imagined. Instead of confronting him immediately, she began to collect evidence. She continued to pretend not to know anything, while carefully monitoring Luca's every move, every excuse he made. Eventually, his chance came. One evening, Anna invited Luca to dinner with some friends, including a man Luca knew well, Marco, an old childhood friend of Anna's. Everything seemed normal, until Anna, with a cold smile, said, "You know, Luca, I've been talking to Marco a lot lately, and I have to confess something to you." Luca, confused, wondered what was happening, and that's when Anna revealed the truth. Not only did she know about Chiara's affair, but she had already started a secret affair of her own. With whom? With Marco, right under Luca's nose. The revelation was devastating. Luca realized in that moment that while he had deluded himself into thinking he was the protagonist of a story of betrayal, in reality, he had only been a pawn in a much larger game. Anna had orchestrated everything, and while he focused on his clandestine affair, she had woven her web of deceit. Before revealing this intriguing ending, we ask you to give this video a nice like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on all our next incredible stories of deception and betrayal. Luca was speechless, shocked by the reality that was unfolding before him. Every certainty he had, every move he thought he had controlled, had been manipulated by the one he thought he had betrayed. And the final insult? Anna intended to leave him, but only after she had completely destroyed him, both emotionally and professionally. Betrayal in the workplace may seem exciting, but the consequences are often devastating. In this story, no one comes out on top. Everyone is caught in a web of lies and deceit. And how would you react if you found out that every move was planned from the beginning?